Prepare to have your health questions answered here on Safe, Effective Natural Solutions with Dr. Todd Binkley, owner of Binkley Healing Center in downtown Ventura. Now, here's Dr. Todd.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Todd Binkley, board-certified non-force doctor of chiropractic and practitioner of functional medicine. Functional medicine means using standard diagnostic tests to identify conditions other doctors miss because they often just don't order those tests, usually because your insurance doesn't want to pay for them. It's more affordable than you might imagine to get testing that's being denied you by, well, that's a whole other story. But anyway, the focus has been on dementia for the past few episodes, and I've been getting a lot of response about these because it can be devastating for families, for loved ones, to see the person they knew vanish before their eyes, sometimes quickly, or even worse, slowly. If your father, grandmother, husband, sister, or best friend is going through this transition, please be patient with them, and please be patient with yourself. So the conferences that I attend every year to keep abreast of the latest research and treatment of various conditions prohibit often the mention of any specific products to prevent bias. On this show, I'm going to talk about some of the products that I use because people often ask me about them. So I'm going to describe certain products and the context and why a lot of people don't want to talk, a lot of doctors don't want to talk about the products they use. And then I'm going to talk about the products. So, number one, on this show, it is only after careful consideration that I mention any specific products for several reasons. Number one, I don't want you to think that this show or my practice is about promoting and selling supplements. It is definitely not. The purpose of this show is to arm you with information to take better care of yourself and the ones you love. Number two, I wouldn't want to encourage you or anyone else to randomly experiment with some supplements based on insufficient information that might just be a waste of money. The focus of my practice is the use of diagnostic testing to identify real deficiencies, the nutrients that are lacking in your body that show up on tests of certain nutrients, or the presence of inflammation and chronic subclinical infections. What's a chronic subclinical infection? So chronic doesn't mean bad, it just means that it's been there for a long time. And subclinical means you don't have the signs and symptoms of an acute infection like fever, or stuffy nose, or upset stomach, or fatigue. But a lot of people have infections, bacteria, viruses, parasites, mold, other things that have taken residence in your body or are causing subtle symptoms that you don't even notice until they've been there for years, which can be identified on diagnostic testing. And number three, I always want to encourage people to remember that the quality and quantity of the food you eat and the level of physical activity that you incorporate into your daily life are almost always the most important two things that anyone can do to enhance their health and prevent and reverse chronic disease. So I'm going to say that again. The quality and quantity of food. Most people eat too much and of poor quality. Certainly not the listeners of this show, but in America, they eat too much food of poor quality. So the quality and quantity of the food you eat and the level of physical activity you incorporate into your daily life. It doesn't have to be a specific regimen or that requires a membership or any special equipment, but where our bodies are designed to move. Over the entire development of our current physiology, over thousands of years, the environment has been, up until very recently, one in which we were required to move about, hunt for food, gather food. We were busy, moving about all the time. And now that we're on computers and looking at other screens all day and in cars and sitting relatively motionless most of the time, that has huge impacts on our health. We need to move, get up and move about in any way that works. I must keep coming back to these reminders because everyone is busy and we live in an environment where instant solutions and shortcuts are expected, maybe even necessary. Many people find themselves in situations where they need something to change now. And the effects of supplements are rarely instant. Their effects always take much longer than pharmaceuticals, for example, but supplements offer a much quicker effect, much quicker solution to the effort required to consistently consume better food and regularly move your body the way it was designed to be engaged in some form of physical activity every day. So vitamin, mineral, enzyme, omega-3 fatty acid, herbal, and other supplements are called supplements because they're meant to supplement a healthy lifestyle. Supplements can never replace a healthy lifestyle. For several years, I've taken a course in integrative oncology. The developer of this course strongly resists talking about any specific products for any particular patient, mainly because she wants to consistently convey rightly the importance of doing a comprehensive workup for every individual. You are as different on the inside as you are on the outside. Everyone is different, but not everyone can afford this comprehensive testing I'm talking about. And lots of people are looking for solutions that are safe, natural, and at least potentially effective. So I am today going to describe several of the most effective products that I've been researching and offering to and seeing results with my patients. But before I do this, I would be remiss if I didn't arm you with the tools you need to read your nutrient labels. For example, people often think the first thing on a list of supplements on a label is the most important. This is almost never the case. And everyone assumes that whatever is listed on the label is the amount in one capsule or tablet. You must also read the serving size of the top of the label. So, for example, a lot of supplements, the amount of each ingredient in each supplement isn't listed in order of importance, and it's the amount in a serving size that is determined by the supplier, which is listed at the top. And so the ingredients you're looking at may be the amount that's in 3 capsules or 2 or 4, not just 1. So you need to check that supplement size at the top of the label. And the fact that you're taking a multivitamin or any other supplement you're taking might have some magnesium or vitamin D or folic acid in it doesn't mean that you shouldn't take any other supplement that has those same ingredients. The best supplements are always synergistic, meaning they're combination of nutrients that work better when taken all at the same time in certain combinations. So synergistic effects of these nutrients is the reason that you'll see a little bit of vitamin B6 or a little bit of vitamin D or a little bit of this mineral or that in any other vitamin and mineral. Just ignore that. You don't need to, there's no way you're going to ever understand that. Just trust that if it's a top quality product, those things are in there, and it doesn't mean that you don't need to take those nutrients from any other product or that you're going to be taking too much of them if you take a good multivitamin. They're usually small amounts, but top shelf manufacturers always include small amounts of other nutrients, mainly vitamins and minerals, that facilitate your body's ability to utilize the main ingredients in a product. I'm Dr. Todd Binkley, and you're listening to Safe, Effective, Natural Solutions to Almost Any Health Challenge. Today we're still talking about dementia and health in general, as always, and today I'm going to share some products with you that I've achieved results with for many years, and some others that are new, which I'm just beginning to use because of my respect for the integrity of the companies that manufacture them and early results I'm getting from their use. But first, a word of caution. Please be very careful when ordering supplements on Amazon. full disclosure, I love ordering stuff on Amazon. Boxes from Amazon arrive on my porch 2 or 3, sometimes 4 days a week. But sellers of supplements on Amazon, which Amazon does not regulate, some of these sellers routinely sell completely fake products that very effectively impersonate top-shelf supplements, which is why most top-shelf supplement suppliers prohibit selling on Amazon. They sell products that are expired. They manufacture totally fake products with bottles and labels that look exactly like the real ones. I've had a patient, there's a particular product called DHIST, which is an anti-inflammatory supplement that when you take it, it works. You feel it actually is really fast. You feel the effect in about 20 minutes. And I had a patient who I was out of the product. She was leaving for vacation, so she bought it on Amazon, and she came in and she said, I know this is a fake. It has no effect. It looked exactly the same. The label, the bottle, everything. There's a lot of money to be made by faking some of these top shelf products, so be very careful where you get them. I always tell my patients the products I stock in my office are not the only ones that work. They're just a collection from roughly 15 different companies of products that I have seen work on hundreds or thousands, or through my connections with practitioners I see at conferences around the country, up to hundreds of thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of patients. So the products I'm about to describe are from 2 of my favorite companies, Orthomolecular Products and Designs for Health. And you can get detailed information about these products on their websites, as well as videos, and in the case of Orthomolecular Products, to watch that are, really informative and helpful. I encourage you to check them out, or just Google Orthomolecular, or just go to orthomolecularproducts.com or designsforhealth.com. So the first one I'm going to talk about is a relatively new product from Orthomolecular Products called HiPhenolic. And its ingredient list is a collection of polyphenols. Polyphenols are nutrients in plants, nutrients that plants make to defend themselves against infections from mold and parasites and other things that threaten their life. And it is these same things that they generate to protect themselves that are beneficial for our human health. So polyphenols and HiPhenolic are lemon verbena, hibiscus, and chlorogenic acids from green coffee bean. And you're to be forgiven if you've never heard of chlorogenic acids from green coffee bean, because I had never heard of chlorogenic acids from green coffee bean until this product came out. But they provide some really important research, and chlorogenic acids account for many of the health benefits of coffee, but they are reduced by roasting coffee beans. So that's why it's from the green coffee bean, not from roast. So you're not going to get any of this from drinking coffee, is the point. Extracting this polyphenol, this potent polyphenol from green unroasted coffee beans, removes the caffeine as a side benefit if you want to avoid caffeine, but most importantly, it maximizes its health benefits. It's kind of like Ozempic, if you've heard about this crazy drug that everyone's taking. Some people help for a good reason to reduce their weight, but a lot of people just to become anorexic and look good in Hollywood. So HiPhenolic, this collection of polyphenols, is kind of like Ozempic without the side effects. It's a slight exaggeration, but again, the long-term effects of Ozempic are unknown, and the effects of these polyphenols on human health have been studied for many, 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 many years. So they reduce blood pressure, increase a feeling of fullness, reduce cravings, improve fat metabolism, and reduce and maintain a healthy weight, just like Ozempic and Mounjaro and this whole class of drugs that people are so excited about now. Numerous randomized controlled trials documenting the effects of these nutrients have been published in Scientific Reports, among other places. Scientific Reports publishes research from across the natural sciences psychology, medicine, food, and nutrition, linking the chemistry and physics of food with health and nutrition. Some of this research is also published in the Journal of Hypertension. Resveratrol is another super nutrient that has so many beneficial effects, especially on the brain and the cardiovascular system. In a 2018 study published in Biofactors, authors state, quote, resveratrol is a natural phytoestrogen with neuroprotective properties. Polyphenolic compounds, meaning plant-based compounds, including resveratrol, and exert an antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and anti-amyloid effect. Amyloid is one of these scar tissue type effects that is seen on scans and on autopsy as a signal diagnosis for dementia that either is happening or has happened. And again, it's too, there's no way to get rid of that stuff. Almost no way to get rid of that stuff. But reducing its formation is dramatically enhanced by resveratrol, among other things, like another product called RegeneVasc. This is a new product from Orthomolecular Products, RegeneVasc. Vasc, a blend of seaweed extract, chondroitin sulfate, and chicken comb extract, which is a source of hyaluronic acid. So these ingredients are mainly known for joint repair. Chondroitin sulfate and hyaluronic acid now have documented, in addition to joint repair, now have documented effects for preventing cardiovascular disease by addressing the very, very earliest stages of arteriosclerosis. They do this by strengthening something called the endothelial glycocalyx. Well, what is that? Well, all of your blood vessels are pipes that escort blood throughout your body. The outer layer is a connective tissue that provides the strength and integrity to keep the blood vessel from bursting and causing an aneurysm. And then there's a middle layer of muscle that allows that vessel to expand and contract. And then the innermost layer of all of your blood vessels, all of your arteries, is called the endothelium, which is kind of a silky, silk-like, pantyhose-like layer that keeps the inner layer of your blood vessels nice and smooth, so that all the nutrients and blood vessels and white red blood cells and white blood cells that are hurtling through your cardiovascular system can do so smoothly and expeditiously, as efficiently as possible, without getting stuck on the walls and creating plaque. See all the episodes from February where I talked about plaque formation. But this endothelial glycocalyx is basically this early stage formation of this sticky substance that is the precursor for everything else that follows, that creates arteriovascular disease, which ultimately results in dementia. So RegeneVasc is a blend of seaweed extract, chondroitin sulfate, and a source of hyaluronic acid from chicken comb. And a lot of, if you're a sophisticated consumer, you may have heard, many people have heard of chondroitin sulfate. But what does seaweed have to do with blood vessels and chicken comb extract? Again, it's long been known to be a nutrient for joint, for helping your body heal arthritis, reverse arthritis, eliminate or reduce the degeneration that forms. So this is a really interesting product that I'm fascinated by. I'm getting early results with my patients. I've got maybe a half a dozen patients on it so far. But the point of it is to, at the very earliest stage, but way before anything's going to show up on any test, address the thing that's really causing cardiovascular disease. Interrupt that formation of plaque while it's just beginning to start. How cool would that be? So these ingredients strengthen the endothelial glycocalyx, this soft, mushy inner lining coating of your blood vessels, by providing the building blocks that make up this defensive barrier. Another product that I've been using for many, many years and have seen profound effects, especially with reducing blood pressure, is called CitraNOX by Orthomolecular Products. CitraNOX is a huge dose of L-Citruline, 3,000 milligrams, grape seed extract, and Quercetin, 200 milligrams. 200 milligrams of Quercetin, 200 milligrams of grape seed extract, and 3,000 milligrams of L-Citruline. And these ingredients profoundly affect the control of inflammation in your vascular system by affecting nitric oxide production. So this affects every tissue in your body. It affects the pipes themselves to keep the pipes clear of plaque formation, and it affects as a result, affects the supply of oxygen to every tissue in body, especially your brain. The brain is the most sensitive organ of any part of your body to any kind of nutrient deficiency, any kind of toxicity. And here's a forecast. I'm going to start talking about toxicities in upcoming episodes because that's also such an overcommon looked area and a huge component of the Bredesen protocol that I talked about on the last episode. So anything that reverses or reduces cardiovascular disease reverses or reduces dementia. And most people with dementia also have fatigue and several other complicating symptoms that can also be helped with supplements. So for fatigue, for example, Designs for Health makes two amazing products that I've had really fantastic results with called Mito-NR and mitochondrial NRG. Mitochondrial NRG. The mitochondria are the energy-producing cells, energy-producing component in every cell in your body, and just modern life and lack of proper nutrients just really makes these little powerhouses, these energy furnaces in every cell in your body struggle to do their jobs, resulting in so often, common fatigue that people experience and have no idea what's causing it. So just boosting your mitochondrial function with nutrients in combo products like Mito-NR and mitochondrial NRG from Designs for Health can help tremendously. Also, B vitamins. B vitamins are essential for so many reactions that are influential and requisite for healthy brain functioning, especially in addition to others I've mentioned, like folic acid and methyl forms of B12 and folic acid, B6, and especially the P5P form of B6. And again, this is something that you're never going to see on a label. Most B6 is just straight peroxidine, but the P5P form of B6 has very well-researched benefits for the nervous system and also magnesium. So, most people if you are taking a good multivitamin, hopefully you're getting a good form of magnesium, but there are at least 8 forms of magnesium on the market that I'm aware of that are good for different things. Magnesium sulfate, which is what's in Epsom salts, magnesium citrate, these are good for constipation. Magnesium glycinate is the best form for calming and relaxing muscles, for restless leg syndrome, but for specifically brain degenerative conditions like neurodegenerative multiple sclerosis or neuropathies that are caused by diabetes and other neurodegenerative conditions. A product called NeuroMag from Designs for Health, which is and they're not the only ones that make it. Thorne, there's several other companies that make a good magnesium threonate. Threonate form of magnesium is a very bulky nutrient. It's a 3-capsule in the case of the Designs for Health form. You have to take 3 capsules. It's a bulky nutrient. The normal dose of it won't fit into 1 capsule, but it can have often amazing life-changing results on your nerves and your brain. Thank you for listening. Please check out all the past episodes on my website and tune in right here next Friday at 4 p.m. Have a fantastic weekend.
You've been listening to Safe, Effective Natural Solutions with Dr. Todd Binkley. If you have a health question you want discussed on the show, email your health questions to Dr. Binkley at binkleyhealingcenter.com. Take advantage of this opportunity to ask questions for yourself and for your loved ones, because our health matters. Join him next Friday at 4 p.m. for safe, effective natural solutions, right here on 98.3 The Word, KDAR.